This is a video on the tools of persuasion, looking particularly at ethos, pathos, and logos. In this video we will discuss what are the tools of persuasion, where and when they are used, and how to identify examples of each. Persuasion is the art of convincing someone to agree with your point of view. In order to persuade someone, you need to present an argument that convinces them. According to the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle, there are three basic types of argument, or tools of persuasion. These are called ethos, pathos, and logos. Ethos is an argument that persuades an audience through the use of reputation, credibility, or authority. If the audience believes a person is trustworthy or has expertise in a certain field, then they will be more likely to be persuaded by that person's argument than someone that has no authority in the subject. For example, if I told you your computer was a living being with a conscience, you would think I'm crazy. But if I got a famous scientist to tell you, you might be persuaded to believe this outrageous comment. This is because you might not perceive me as being someone that is credible or has authority in the field of science. But if a famous scientist was to tell you the same thing that I told you, you would most likely perceive that scientist as having credibility in that field and therefore be likely to listen to their point of view. Pathos is an argument that persuades an audience by appealing to their emotions. If the audience can empathize or sympathize with the situation, they might be persuaded to adopt the point of view that is presented. For example, if I told you not to litter because it is wrong, you might not be persuaded. But if I showed you images of animals choking on plastic trash, you might be more inclined to listen. This is because just saying the words alone, just making the comment, might not really appeal to that emotional side of the point of view. But showing you those images that provoke that emotional response will make you start to see the effects of you littering and how your littering will actually affect the animals and have that pathos effect on you. Logos is an argument that persuades the audience through the use of facts, statistics, and logic. If the audience can see the undeniable reason or logic behind an argument, they will be more likely to be persuaded than by irrational or unverified statements. For example, if I told you seatbelts save lives, you probably already know this, but this statement alone might not be convincing enough to persuade you to wear a seatbelt. However, if I told you over 2,000 people die every year from not wearing a seatbelt, you might find this statistic more convincing. This is because the original statement, that seatbelts save lives, would be considered an unverified statement because I haven't given you any proof or any evidence to back this up. I just made a statement. But when I come in with the statistic of 2,000 people die every year, then that has that extra level of gravity because I'm providing a cold, hard statistic that says 2,000 people die every year. So that logical or argument based in reason might be something that persuades you more likely than just the statement itself. So in summary, all arguments can be categorized as either ethos, pathos, or logos. Ethos is an argument that is based on the credibility or the authority of the person that is providing the statement. Pathos is an argument that appeals to the emotional side of the audience. And logos is an argument that presents logic and reason to convince the audience. These are the tools of persuasion, and they appear everywhere. In marketing, in movies, in documentaries and news reports, when we argue with our parents, when we listen to a speech, and when we write an essay. It is important that we understand the three tools of persuasion because this gives us the ability to recognize the attempts of others to persuade us to their point of view. And it gives us the knowledge that we need to persuade others to our point of view.